Well, it's done. And one thing went really well and one thing not so well. What ended up going well was when I did the final peening, everything was fine. And I got really nervous because when I did the first batch of peening, what I found was the file here nice and smooth. But what was happening is it was catching the tip of the blade. And you, as you can see, there's absolutely no room in there at all. And I was like, oh, geez, this thing's not gonna work. And anyway, it was able to just slowly work it, and it all just fits perfect. It's like got, it's got factory snap to it. I will say the ISC combo tool, I don't know, not as smooth as the other pieces, but I think it's going to be just fine. I'm really splitting hairs on that one. Everything else came out perfect. And the only other issue is the Phillips has a slight angle to it. And I think it's the actual tooling on the Phillips. The Phillips isn't loose. Usually if you get an angle, that means you've got some play in there. There's none. So like 0.5 millimeter or something. I know, again, I'm splitting hairs, but works out well. Threw this bad boy on the back, little mini screwdriver. Anyway, it's done. Obviously plus scales that I had repurposed from another knife. And that's where I did run into an issue. So again, on the back scale, I had to, this time, it was up top. I had to actually end up filing, well, let's just say sand. I wasn't filing. I had to sand the top piece because it was sticking up just a little too much and I couldn't get it flush. So I actually had to put some glue in there, crimp it down, and then sand it, which is always not enjoyable, but it's done. So I don't know if there's just a slight, things were just slightly off on those ISC liners. So don't tell you I didn't warn you in case you run into that same issue. But if you don't mind doing what I just did, I think you're fine using them. So pretty happy with how it all turned out. You never know sometimes until you do it. And the final result, it's pretty good. So all in all, I would say going with the ISC stuff on like a couple pieces, like a Phillips maybe, or the combo tool, not a bad choice. It really works. In a knife like this, it's going to be a pain to build because you got to get one of these, and you've got to get one of these. Like combo tool, it's like 3 different knives because you can't get this all that easily. But it all came together, and pretty happy. Anyway, that's the final chapter and final thoughts. So hope you enjoyed it.